Hey guys, it's Matt here. This is our first update video in 2019. Look at it, everybody. We made it. Woo! We made it. And if you did not make it and you're watching this video, I'm concerned. You should probably go to a doctor because I'm pretty sure you did make it. But either way, let's talk about let's talk about a few things. So before we move into what's new in 2019, specifically what's new in January for this channel, I want to talk to you guys about why I haven't made an update video in a while. So the reason why is really simple. It's because if I am making update videos consistently once per month, I feel as if it's taking time away from filming, editing, and coding other episodes, and also posting those on social media as well. Also, obviously update videos don't really get as much views as other videos, and that can hurt in analytics. And also, if some of you guys, out of everyone who watches all of our other stuff, if one person watches the update video, I'm happy you feel updated. I'm happy you like me talking about what's coming up with our content, but it just feels as if there are so many other people who are just experiencing our content as it comes out. So, that's the first reason. The second reason why is because recently, on and off, I've been taking what I like to call a depression vacation. Now, is it actually a vacation? No! Is it horrible? Yes. But it's something that I try to joke about. I've talked about this before. I joke through pain and things like that. So, we strive for daily content. Doesn't always come out, probably due to some of the vacations. But at the end of the day, another reason why is because, again, we strive for daily content, even though it doesn't always happen, but I do think that doing constant update videos would take away from that daily content. So, either way, let's move on to what's actually coming in 2019. So I want to say a few things. First of all, none of the shows that are on our channel are canceled. Some of them haven't really come out in a while, but none of them are canceled. Now, the reason why some of them haven't come out in a while is because of, two reasons. It's always two reasons for some reason, but either way, two reasons. So, first of all, it's been a lot harder to film due to the fact that, I live in an apartment. And many of the apartments are either connected or really close to each other. And the apartment next door is getting a lot of work done to it. I have a feeling, or I think I've heard, that the family was either bought out or they wanted to move out. And whoever owns the actual apartment, like the actual apartment building overall, I could say the landlord, but it could be someone else entirely, contracted outside. They want to change the whole thing up. So they want to take the apartment that's a 3-family apartment and probably turn it into an 18-room on each floor, $5,000 a room apartment. Hyperbole, but not as much hyperbole as you think. So, because of that, there's just constant drilling done 9 to 5, which are normal work hours, so I'm not going to sit there and be mad at them for it, but it does hurt our content, or at the very least, us being able to make content. So that's why some stuff is either sporadic, sometimes it comes out at random times, or heck, I know that I'm recording stuff at random times because of the fact that I need to sit back and think, ooh, do I have the time to record this? Okay, maybe I don't. Also, another thing that happened as well is I had to get used to recording here. I had to actually suck it up and get used to recording here instead of in our living room because we do have some electrical problems. Now, we're getting that taken care of. Don't you worry about it. So we will be filming over there again in 2019. We'll switch things up every now and again, but we'll still be filming back in the living room in 2019. The problem, however, is that even with something like Those Guys Play, which will be delayed a little bit, unsure how long, unsure how little bit, but usually we'd have a few of those in the can ready to go, or at least somewhat ready to go at this time of the year. We haven't even filmed one yet, because again, I can't film anything in that living room because while other things work in it, the lighting just does not. And some of you guys are like, but wasn't the lighting already poor in that living room? Yeah, you are correct. So, it does become a problem that, and it'll be fixed, but that is something that has also hindered our content as well for a bit there, because I had to actually sit back and go, all right, this isn't getting fixed immediately. Let me move here and let's do this here. But here's some bad news. If you thought that was bad news, here's worse news. One of our computers died. So rest in peace, computer. Rest in peace, desktop. I've had this desktop since I was in, I want to say even pre-high school, but it was probably around high school that I got it. So, or that it was got for the family, and it just doesn't work anymore. So that's the bad news. Now, we do have, the reason why content didn't slow down to a crawl or just stop altogether is because we do have other laptops for us to use. Now, these laptops, I'm not like, shelling out crazy cash, thousands of dollars, even hundreds of dollars on these. What ends up happening is either someone in the family says, oh, I bought myself a new laptop and I think I will be able to do amazing things with this. And then at the end of the day, they just realize they only wanted to use like Microsoft Word or go on Facebook, and at the very least you can use Facebook on your phone, and then they go, I don't want this, and then I actually get a deal from a family member. Or, and this one I actually find hilarious, I end up trading with people, like either friends or ex-girlfriends. We just end up going, I go, wait, I have this piece of technology, would you like it? And then she goes, yeah, I have a laptop that's kind of iffy. And frankly, the laptop works, I mean, there's issues, but I've been able to record footage off that laptop for years now. So for me, the laptop works just fine, at least just fine for what I needed to do. But we did need a new computer, and thankfully we were able to get one. Now, it isn't some crazy top-of-the-line desktop. It doesn't do amazing, wonderful things. But for me, for what I needed to do, it's amazing and wonderful. So it can emulate up to PlayStation 2. I assume Xbox as well, potentially. But it can emulate up to PlayStation 2, which matters a lot because I have a lot of PS2 games, but I want to do some funny videos, some like either dub-overs or some edits and things like that. But I couldn't do that because I'd constantly have to change some of the footage up, and I can't constantly, play these games on the PS2 and try to edit this footage and things like that. It was proving to be very difficult for me to try to bring some funny, different type of content to this channel. With emulation, that changes the game up completely. And yes, the laptops that I have suck so bad, they can't even emulate up to PS1. So they have issues. But thankfully, this computer can do just that. So that's bad news, computer died. Good news, new computer, even better than last computer. So it can emulate things well. And also, it could record me through a webcam pretty darn well, which I noticed some of you guys are like, Matt, what computer can't do that? These laptops, they can't do that. So thankfully, this computer actually is doing wonders for me, and I think will do wonders for the channel in 2019. And speaking of things this computer can do, it can also live stream. So, and again, I know some of you guys are like, but again, what computer can't? These, but still, it can do live streams. It's a little, oh no, it's too far, I can't pet it. It can do live streams, and that means that we're changing some of the content that we do in 2019. Now, we're not removing content from the channel. Again, I'm pretty sure I said this earlier. We're not canceling any shows on the channel. However, we are changing fundamentally how some of them work. So, when it comes to any games that we have started on this channel, almost any actually, I should clarify, there are some caveats. Almost any game we've started on this channel, if the game is one that I think that I or with other people, bring other people on, we can play and actually have a good chance of not dying 99.9% of the time while playing this game, it will now be live streamed on our YouTube channel. So we're not moving anything off of YouTube necessarily when it comes to the games that we've played. Those games that we've played will stay on YouTube, but again, some of them won't be pre-recorded, they'll actually be live streamed. And another reason why we're going to be live streaming these instead of just pre-recording them like we have been is due to, well, a few different reasons. So first reason is the amount of time that it takes to film it, to edit it, to encode it, and then post it on our social media. Doing all of that, like I said earlier about doing these update videos, it takes time away from actually creating content. So if I'm doing that, I'm doing constant Let's Plays, and I'm not making other cool videos like our clone corners, like just other like product playlists, and even making more content, different stuff, like doing our weekly events, which I'll talk about a little bit later, for the channel, if I'm not doing that, then at the end of the day, it just feels as if we could be doing so much more, and we're not. Another reason why is because sometimes, depending on the episode, depending on the video, some of you guys might not see it. And I'm not trying to blame you guys for that. It's okay if it's content that you're not interested in, but I do think that doing it in a live stream format would at least feel much more comfortable, especially if it's a game that we're really good at. It'll feel much more comfortable and we'll have a lot more fun with it rather than us trying to get in position, trying to record it, and then trying to edit all that down. Now, if it's a game that we really suck at or we just know that we're not going to be good at. Like I said earlier, those will be still pre-recorded and stuff like that because I don't want you guys to sit through a 3-hour live stream of us sucking. So yeah, we'll cut down, you know, an hour-long video into a half an hour-long video if necessary. That'll be fine for me. But at the end of the day, if I say that a lot actually, at the end of the day, it's only the middle of the day. But still, I would prefer doing certain RPGs and things like that in a live stream format. Now, speaking of live streaming still, we also have our Twitch. So will there be anything moved to Twitch? Anything exclusive to Twitch? And by the way, Twitch will be linked down below. Now, our Twitch, while there will be some things moved to it, nothing will be exclusive to Twitch, at least looking at the stuff that we're moving over. Specifically, Matt Rants. So I love Matt Rants. Matt Rants have caused this channel to grow, so if I were to remove Matt Rants from the channel, that would be silly. So we're not removing Matt Rants from this channel. We're just moving it over to Twitch. I'll be doing it live, potentially 2 times a week, maybe 3, but we're starting off like baby steps. So 2 times a week, and those clips will be brought over to the YouTube channel. Not sure if it's still going to be gameplay footage, because as you've seen over the years, we've played a lot of games. We have a lot of gameplay footage to go around. But we will be doing gameplay footage potentially for it, or having my beautiful face on camera. We'll see how that works here. But on Twitch, it'll be my beautiful face. So that's what we're doing over there. Exclusive stuff that is coming to our Twitch, however, is just a bunch of different games. We will be playing games exclusively on our Twitch channel, and those will not be making their way over to YouTube. And the reason why is because I feel as if, again, if this channel just becomes me cutting up Twitch clips to bring into this channel, then that'll be less time for me to actually make content on this channel. So I would prefer just keeping any games that we've started on YouTube, and then doing certain games exclusively on Twitch. Since I don't really talk about this in other videos, we have them linked down below, but we never really talk about it. We have merchandise like the shirt I'm currently wearing. We do have those over at our TeePublic account, which again will be in the description box down below. Now, we used to have them on our website, but we've actually scrapped that, and well, here's the thing. We had to scrap something or other, because here's the kicker. That desktop that died, all of the PNG files, or most of the PNG files for our shirt designs, went the way of the dodo. So that meant that I am currently recreating some of those designs, and some of them will be appearing on a weekly basis, or maybe even a little bit more frequently, on our TeePublic account. Now, again, you can go over there to help support us. You don't have to buy a shirt, but if you do like some of the shirts that I've worn on the channel, then you can get some of those over at our TeePublic account. Now, if there are some shirts that you see like, hey, they haven't been recreated yet, Matt, comment down below and tell me, hey, I would really like that this shirt gets created, because if there is a huge fan demand for some of these, then yeah, of course I'll put them closer to the, they'll bump up in the queue. But either way, though, we do have t-shirts if you guys want to support us that way. You don't have to, but if you do, they are available. Another reason why we moved them off of our website is because every time one would be bought, which thankfully none were bought. I say thankfully for a good reason. Every time one was bought, we would have had to I'd have to see if I have them, which I do have some shirts in a suitcase. I'd have to ship them out myself. Or I would then have to buy them from our distributor and then ship them out myself, which of course takes not only time, but money. And even if you want to put the money aside, the time that it takes for me to do that, again, is time that I'm taking away from me doing content. So I think that you guys want me to do more content rather than try to fulfill different t-shirt orders. Another thing that I want to mention as well is we have a Patreon. I'll usually only mention our Patreon when it's relevant to a specific video, like, oh, you can get the audio version of this over at our Patreon. But I'm only mentioning it now because it exists, so we have a Patreon. So if you want to support us through Patreon, you can get audio versions of not just stuff that are on this channel, but also on some of our other channels as well. And we'll be doing update videos for those other channels too, by the way. But still, so we, if you want to support us, if you want to get audio versions, if you want to get like shout outs, like I can do, I can put you guys at the end of the video, like your username, and be like, hey, look at you. And we're also updating a few tiers here and there, but still, I think the tiers are going to remain mostly the same, just adding more content to some of them. If you also want to put some money towards getting a video that you really want out now, so let's say you go, hey Matt, I really want you to do an episode of Matt Beats Games from his childhood, like tomorrow. It won't come out tomorrow, but depending on what tier you give to, you will get that video sooner rather than later. Now, of course, again, still going to be putting out content. I want to do all of the stuff that we do on this channel. I want that to be first on the docket, but the problem is that there's so much stuff that we've done that not everything can be first on the docket. Which is why if you're really passionate about a certain series, you could say, no, I want this like right now. And as long as it isn't a script-heavy, intense series, I will try to get that out to you within the month. And that's why I bring up the Patreon. Not to try to say, oh, well, if you don't pay for this content, you're getting nothing. No, more so that if you actually want something so passionately, so much like, no, Matt, I really love this, I need this out now, then that is available for you. And if not, then you still will get the content. It just might take a month, 2 months, maybe even 3 months. Because while we do put out daily content, some content is clearly, as I'm sure you can tell, harder than others. Not saying that certain content is super duper easy, like just turn on the camera, just say something, and then it's out as soon as I'm done saying it. Of course, there's still work being put into it, but at the end of the day, some content is a lot harder than other content. So, just wanted to put that out there, because again, we've talked about a Patreon before, but new year, update video, might as well wanted to talk about it. Also, by the way, we will be doing some giveaways in the near future. We'll make videos just for that, exclusive videos, but still, we will be doing giveaways in the future. And also, we're doing some events, one particularly about Mega Man X. So Mega Man X, they being I Am 8-Bit, did a re-release. I was able to buy that, and thankfully, now that I have it, I've had it for a while, but I have filmed a little bit with it, but I will be trying to film more with it and actually release not only a review on it, but also just other types of videos surrounding it, like our events usually are. We will be having 2 events this month, that Mega Man X1, and also another one, because I actually backed a Kickstarter, the 40 Winks Kickstarter, and that game should be coming to me within the month, hopefully, because they were sending them out last month, and I think I should be getting all of my stuff this month. So, either way, hopefully that'll happen as well, because I did back that a while ago, so I would like that to, you know, come here so we can actually talk about it on the channel. Also, we are starting some new shows this year, very script-heavy, intense shows, but a lot of fun. We're calling it Retrospectives. And I would have a graphic up, but I haven't made one yet. But either way, we're going to be doing kind of a look back, looking at interviews, looking at sales numbers, potentially, if we have them, on certain games from certain franchises that either I've loved or different contributors on the channel love, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it as well. It won't be a review, so we're not actually looking at, because we can look at the same game in a review separately, because reviews are much different than these retrospectives. These are just kind of looking at different interviews and other information surrounding the game at the time to maybe see why the game never came over here, or why the game was so big and why it kind of changed things for games, maybe not in that genre, but specifically maybe games in that franchise. So again, we'll be talking about stuff like that throughout the year. Not sure of the frequency of those videos and how they can come out, because I'm still waiting for some materials from one of the videos. So we'll see what happens there when I actually get some of those materials in. Either way, guys, I want to thank you so much. You listened to me talk for God knows how long. I don't know what things are going to look like once we edit this footage down. But you heard me talk for a while. Thank you so much. I hope you liked the video. If you didn't, it's understandable. It's an update video. But please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you all so much, and I really want to say thank you all so much. Right now, we have, at this point, we have 189 subscribers. Not only do I want to thank all of you for the videos that you've watched and for subscribing to this channel, but I want to thank all you people who watch stealthily, who are just kind of just sitting around like, I'm watching his content, but I'm not actually subscribed yet. Thank you. Thank you as well. It would be nice if you subscribed, but thank you as well. Love you all. Take care, and tune in next time for a video with some actual content. Alright guys, so see ya.